All right, we're live.
Yes,
First
sir.
episode of Fundamental Friday. How's it got you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm excited. I hope this thing blows up.
I really hope it does too. I think it's just another platform, another thing to kind of get viewers in. I guess at the end
Facts.
of the day,
Something's gonna work. Something's gonna work.
something's gonna work. We couldn't. And just for the people out there, this is the first episode of Fundamental Fridays. If you aren't tuning in on live stream, you can always tune into the episode after we stream. It'll be automatically posted by StreamYard, and that is who obviously we are going through StreamYard. You can see the logo up there in that corner. And Fundamental Friday, episode 1. I think I have an interesting start bench cut for us to open it up.
Here we go.
Yeah, no. It's not bad. As you know, as you can tell in the bottom corners here, co-host Austin Serrata, Nicholas White. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, let's jump into it real quick. We may not have any viewers, but like I said, it's always going to be uploaded to YouTube. And if you are watching it on YouTube after, make sure you hit that like button because it's always great. We had 28 views on the last one. That was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, and before we actually get into the start bench cut, I want to go ahead and but I will go ahead and say that I think it is official. It is official. We have reached 12 viewers on average for our first month. I think that's pretty solid. I'll give you the stats right here. I have them pulled up. So we have 140 starts, 96 streams, and 40 listeners and 17 followers. That's actually gone up 2 in the last, I think, 3-4 days.
Say less.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty solid. I am not gonna throw anybody under the bus here. I'm not gonna mention any names, but I know somebody that they don't technically do this. You know what I mean? But they put out their own content and they get about less than 40.
You ain't got to throw shade.
Yeah, but I just like to brag a little bit. It is what it is. It is what it is. At the same time, let's kick it off with an interesting start bench cut. Start bench cut, per usual, started off every single one. Now, I have not sent Nick an outline today. I didn't really have time to make a complete outline today.
It's all good.
But I did come up with a nice, I think, start bench cut. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler.
Golly, Austin.
That's actually a pretty good one. It gets in. It's they're all all-stars.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we consider Devin Booker to be an all-star. We all know he should have been there. They're all all-stars. They all excel in the game at some point, like whether it's scoring, whether it's defense, whether it's handling the ball, offense, etc. Who you got?
This is tough. Jimmy Butler is clearly the best two-way player on here. However, with that said, I do not think I would put him on my roster. 2 reasons.
Very bold.
Jimmy Butler is a very bold, he has a very bold and bright personality. I don't know if he would mesh well with whoever I have on my team. And I'm a very big fan. I'm a huge fan of and proponent of team chemistry. It has to be on 100 every game.
Yeah, of course. I can agree with that.
Personally, he is a locker room mess. I mean, he's proven in 2 straight franchises, almost 3.
Actually, he's gelling really well with the Heat.
He's gelling well with this one, but I'm talking about Chicago, then Minnesota, then Philly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's in his first 10 years, and he's already on his 4th team. I don't know. I'm happy for him in Miami. I think that's a great fit for him because he's making those guys look good. However, I am benching Devin Booker, and I'm starting Bradley Beal.
See,
tough. Very tough.
It's very tough. It's very tough. Now, I'm just gonna come out and say starting Bradley Beal without a doubt.
Yeah,
that man is a dog on both sides. For sure, he may not get the what's it called, the recognition that Jimmy does. He can still hold his own against anybody in this league,
Oh, yeah.
minus a big small forward, aka LeBron type player.
Facts.
Or like a Ben Simmons. But he's too dominant. He's just too dominant on one side of the floor and good on the other side of the floor. He came out and showed it this year. This man can drop 50 points whenever the hell he wants. Period.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I have to agree with you on the bench. I'm benching Jimmy Butler. Now, granted, yeah, the locker room, it's a problem. However, I think he's found a niche. I think he's found that team. It's kind of like that. Yeah, he's like the Dennis Rodman. Like you see, Dennis was like that. Troublemaker in the locker room once he knew that he was good. Troublemaker in the locker room, needed that right team to just gel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that Pistons team, he didn't know he was good yet. You know, he was just kind of carving himself out. So that's why there was no problems in the beginning. But then it proved to be a problem later on. Proved to be a problem in San Antonio. And then he just found a group of, I'm not going to say like bad guys, just a group of hard-headed individuals like himself. And I think that's what Jimmy found in Miami. And I love what Jimmy's doing in Miami. He's really being a leader on that team, and he's excelling. Obviously, I think they have like the 4th seed or something like that right now if the playoffs were to start today.
I think they're top. Yeah, they're definitely top 5.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure top 5. Definitely for sure top 5 surprises too. I never expected him to be this good.
Without a doubt.
I think it's just Devin Booker's the odd man out here. I just don't think that he can play defense. I just don't think he excels at defense like the other two.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think he's a winner. I just don't think he's a winner.
I can see.
Yeah, the guy can shoot, but a bunch of other guys are in the same situation as him, and they're winning more games than him. So it's just, I think he's not a winner.
And I'm very disappointed in that Suns team because, I mean, they have the right pieces now. What's the problem? What's the issue?
No, there's something wrong. I think he's just a bitch.
Dario Saric, DeAndre Ayton, Kelly Oubre, Ricky, and Devin Booker. That's starting 5. I mean, there's a lot of – there should be a few amount of teams that should be able to beat them. Very few. But I think you're right when it comes to their bench.
It's just too young of a bench. I mean, they got Okobo, Mikal Bridges, and
Javon Carter.
Exactly. 2 of those are point guards.
Dragan Bender, or no, not even Dragan Bender, not even there anymore.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
That Suns team is very disappointing, and I think it has a lot to do with Devin Booker because we don't know if he can lead a team.
I just think he's one of those people that will excel with another superstar, and they're not getting him another superstar.
Yeah,
I think DeAndre Ayton's kind of one of those players that he was well worth the number 2, and I think it shows now. He was kind of more dominant whenever he came back from his suspension. And I just think that he's going to get there. I just don't think he's there just yet in terms of being a star.
I agree.
I think he's a good player, and I think he has a lot of potential. Love the guy, honestly.
Yep.
But he just isn't there yet, and I think Devin Booker needs that extra star to lean on. You know what I mean?
I agree.
We haven't seen Devin Booker with another star. We haven't. So.
Yeah, I think that could do it. Kelly Oubre is close.
Dog, he's a freaking dog. I love the guy. We like him on 2K a lot. And
he is the closest thing to a star that Devin Booker can have. And we talk about
he's like right there.
He just needed the volume. That's all it was.
Oh, bad.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
Could you imagine that team now? John, Bradley, Kelly, Kelly now
with Rui and Thomas Bryant.
Oh my gosh, that's a great team. That's a great team.
Tough.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. Like I said, I wasn't able to fully make an entire outline. I have a few, just a few things that I've been seeing throughout the day. Mind you, I work during the day, and today went extra long, so not every day I have the time that I do, and I didn't have the time yesterday. However, jumping into it, the NBA postpones the draft lottery and draft combine. Does this mean that they're going to postpone the draft? And if so, what does that mean for the draft?
Look, if they're already postponing the lottery, the lottery with the combine, hey, that's not good. That's not good. I don't know why, though. I think a lot has to do with the actual season because they don't know if they're actually going to continue the season. So that could play a role into it. But I don't know. I think they should go the route the NFL did. I think they should virtual, obviously, because I like this. The NFL draft was very exciting, very much neat, and it went well. There was a few like hicks and like niches in it, but it went very well. But the NBA draft is what I always look forward to because that's the one I always keep up with. And this draft in particular, I'm really intrigued by. I mean, LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, Cole Anthony, to just name a few. And if they push that back, I'm gonna be highly upset because that's not even the biggest. The draft isn't even what I'm really most excited for. I'm excited for the lottery. We don't even know who's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yet.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the best thing about the NBA, in my opinion. You don't know.
Exactly. Is the lottery. I mean, you could see another team like the Pelicans who weren't supposed to get Zion, get LaMelo, get James Wiseman, get Anthony.
Was everybody expecting to get Zion?
The Knicks.
Was it the Knicks?
Yeah, it was the Knicks. They were already prepping. They were already getting signs made and everything. So I think that's the biggest thing is that they don't know if they're going to actually continue the season. So therefore, hey, we don't know if we're going to even have a combine in the lottery. So, I mean, you saw the news yesterday about how the next season is not going to start until late December, early January. So I don't know. And then the news about they're going to go try to play at Disneyland. Like,
come on, Disneyland, bro. Like, why are they out of every place?
It's a very bold idea, but they're desperate.
You go to the Bahamas. Like, why go to Disneyland World or whatever it is? Like, why is it your first choice? Like, why don't you just go somewhere that's
it's a remote island for everybody to get away? And like the biggest thing is they want to be able to bring families. That's the biggest thing. But there's a lot of issues that come with that.
Are they going to put everybody behind like a glass wall or something? Like
they're going to have to test everybody, screen everybody before they even get to the
bad.
And then
yeah. So what does this mean? Does this mean that do you think that people will now slip in the draft? Do you think people are going to is there going to be more busts in this draft? Or do you think people are going to try to reach for people they don't need because they don't really like they're going off of like a hunch of maybe, this guy's going to be a star, but they don't know because of the draft combine not,
No, I don't think that'll happen. I think that the mock draft, the way it's set up, it's very consistent with our top 10. The biggest thing is, will these athletes be ready for a delayed combine? And will the combine then affect their draft stock? So if they have a later combine, they're not ready, they're not in shape, then they do poorly at the combine, then the draft stock falls. That's the biggest thing I'm concerned about. Is their preparation in order for to be their best at the combine.
Right. And a lot of them they can't practice right now. Nobody can go out and do anything.
Yeah,
so
exactly. All gyms are closed. Besides stupid ass Georgia, most gyms are closed.
And you nailed it on the head the other day. Texas, because we are from Texas. If you're for some reason watching us and you're not from Texas somehow, some way, Texas was one of the last places to shut down, and now we're like the third place opening. Like, where is the common sense?
I don't know. People were like messaging me, telling me like, "Oh, it's because we have low like infection rate." Well, we have like the 4th highest. 0.3% of our population. So,
facts. No, but anyway, moving on. The Titans declined the 5th-year option of Corey Davis. I don't know if you saw that. Is it? I mean,
look.
Are you surprised?
I mean, the guy is a disappointment every year. Like we talk about it before every NFL fantasy draft. Corey Davis. This guy's gonna have a breakout year. Disappointment. Like he's a bum.
He's just a certified. No, he's not a certified bum yet. I think that for sure. They go out, they get a star. Not a star, a budding star. They hit on a receiver in the draft.
Yep.
And I think that's just what killed it for him because AJ Brown went off in the back half of the league. I think he was like 3rd in the league yards after contact in terms of yards after contact in the second half of the league or the second half of the year. But I just think that that's what killed it for him, and I just think that he needs to go somewhere else with a quarterback that will trust him. Ryan Tannehill is not one of those QBs. He's a safe slant route, check down type of, dump off type of quarterback.
Tannehill's a game manager, and He'll take the occasion, but like his bomb is going to go to the guy that can get open, and that's the difference between AJ Brown and Corey Davis. Is that AJ Brown has obviously shown that he is a more efficient route runner, can get the ball and do something with it. I mean, Corey Davis has had 4 or 5 years to prove this, and hasn't
at all. All right,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, neither am I. And at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about it more, but there's really no need to because it's a disappointment. First round draft pick. I think out of like what, some sort of Michigan school, like Western Michigan or something, like Central Michigan or something like that. I'm not gonna look it up. I really don't care about the guy that much to look it up. But no, he's not that great. So your boys went out and got an edge rusher over there from Georgia, or not from Georgia. You know, your boys from Georgia went out and got.
I heard. Who was it though?
Charles Harris from the Dolphins.
Once again, we stack our defensive line with another. I don't know. Like I told you in the podcast, man, we have this very like heavily inflated defensive line. For what? Like for what? What are we doing here? I mean, I guess you want to weed out the best of the best, but I mean, we're waiting on Alden Smith. We got an edge rusher in the draft. We got another nose tackle in the draft. Then we got Poe and Gerald McCoy coming in.
No, I'm talking about the Falcons got Harris. I'm not talking the Cowboys. Yeah, no, the Falcons got Harris.
I mean, they needed it.
I think it gives him a good landing spot because all they have is old dude that they just signed. What's his name? Dante Fowler.
Dante Fowler.
Yeah, and so it's just like
I don't know. Dante Fowler.
Coming from me, I personally saw what Charles Harris could do. I'm a Dolphins fan, huge Dolphins fan, and I saw what he could do, and it's not promising. First round draft pick, late round pick, picked right after Taco, and both of them ended up being. We just cut Taco yesterday, which was kind of surprising in my move, but apparently, to all these sports fan pages, it wasn't a very surprising move. And now we just traded Harris, and it's just. I will say that neither of them, I guess, are really that great. And I'm not really shocked by this move because we signed so many people in free agency. So it's it's just one of those things. So moving on, we didn't talk about The Last Dance in the show.
Ooh. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, this week. And, I was disappointed. I didn't like it. I didn't like this episode. It was funny. It was a lot funnier. Don't get me wrong, because Dennis Rodman is just a walking clown show. But it was meh to me. It was a very 7 out of 10 episode. 2 episodes.
Put the Last Dance in the banner.
Okay, I can definitely do that. Yeah.
Here's the thing. This whole documentary, and I talked about it with a buddy of ours, Lonnie. Shout out to you, Lonnie. But I talked about it with Lonnie. This documentary is making Michael Jordan look like he was very dependent on these guys, extremely dependent, more than we already knew. But to your point, the Dennis Rodman episode was obviously entertaining because he at himself is very funny, outgoing. You don't know what the fuck. Like the whole idea of him taking a vacation,
48-hour vacation that turned to 60.
Who gets that? Like who like Kobe won't even be allowed to take a 40. No, like that's
by the way, hold on, sorry to cut you off. If Lonnie, if you hear, put your email in the chat and I'll even get you on here. You can even talk about it. But anyway, keep going.
I mean, like you don't see that ever. Like a NBA player just gets approved to go to Vegas for 48 hours. Like what? No, it doesn't happen. So his episode was entertaining. Then the next episode happened, and it was like yawn. It was like yawn, dude. Like we already knew about everything that they were stating. Like this is just a repeated documentation of what we already knew.
Right, exactly.
The grimy details. Do you remember I think it was the 3rd episode, when Jordan took Isaiah Thomas's phone, the phone, and it showed what Isaiah Thomas was saying about why they didn't shake hands after that game?
Right.
So he took it and he watched the reaction of Isaiah Thomas. And I mean, I promise you, everybody was like sitting there waiting.
It was just word for word, everything you would have expected.
But it's that kind of stuff that we want to see. We want to see live reactions. We want to see actual. Right. I mean, Horace Grant was like, "Yeah, the bad boys were straight up bitches." Like he said that. Like that's the shit that we want to see. We don't want to see game footage of a game we already knew about. Like we don't want to know that. We thought we were getting backstage access or whatever private content that hasn't been released to the media, and we're not getting it, like, straight up. And that's why I think a lot of people are bored.
So let me ask you: is it just downhill from here?
No,
it's kind of. I think it's kind of looking like that.
No, because this have you seen the preview of the next ones?
I haven't. I have not been able to. No.
It's 2 ones that are good. It's going to be the Kobe one where Kobe gets interviewed, so everybody's going to be tuning in. That's going to be a good one.
That one's probably going to be the most viewed one in the series.
The rumor is that Kobe's going to talk not down on Jordan, but he's going to talk about why he thinks he's better than Jordan, or some kind of controversy. That's the rumor. And then the second episode is about Jordan versus the Blazers, about how people call Jordan basically Clyde. They basically were like, oh, him and Clyde Drexler are the same player. They're the same player. And how Jordan was insulted by that and took that out on the Blazers. So I don't think it's going downhill. I just think that they needed to ramp it up. This is my conspiracy. Kobe's episode was supposed to be like in the back half. And because they got a lot of backlash from these last 2 episodes, they moved it up. They moved it up.
Right. Yes.
That's my logic.
No, and it makes sense too, because like Kobe was so far down the road.
Yes, exactly.
That it's like, why are you putting him here at 5?
Exactly. It makes no sense in that they're doing. It makes no sense.
Right. And so I completely understand that. Now, I would be insulted too if one of the greatest players ever to even be mentioned in terms of the game of basketball, I would be insulted too if somebody compared me to
Clyde Drexler.
Just a normal superstar. You know what I mean? Clyde was a superstar back then. Clyde the Glide. They called him that for a reason. The man could dunk. He won a championship with Houston, or 2 championships with Houston, right?
No. Don't say he won a championship. He got
carried. Yeah, he got carried. He was like 40 at that time, but it is what it is.
Because y'all Rockets fans, don't say that Clyde earned that championship. Don't say.
It's all a game, bro. It's just all a game.
All a game.
And then I'm mad that Charles Barkley tried to do the same shit.
I do remember that. I do remember that. Bum.
Bro.
But yeah, they needed a revamp. I definitely think the 4th one was probably the most boring episode so far.
I'll agree.
So this weekend, this Sunday, the Kobe one is going to be the most viewed one without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, and it will be. But anyway, going back to it, no, I would be insulted, and I would probably do the same shit, honestly. And I mean, Jordan had every reason to. That's just an insult at that point. But the Kobe thing is definitely going to be interesting. I think that that you're right in terms of the conspiracy. I think that also that Kobe's going to talk. I just think Kobe's going to bring something to the table to where it will kind of get everybody back in and thinking. Sorry to everybody out there. Kobe's 3. I don't think there's any contention.
Yeah.
But Kobe is probably was the perfect person to come along and challenge Michael Jordan.
For sure. And the thing is that when we talk about Kobe and Mike, the thing like I've accepted as a Kobe fan, RIP Mamba forever. If I can, like, the thing that I have to admit and I have to accept is that Kobe was the next coming of Mike, right?
Yes.
We can all agree to that.
Yes.
He was the next coming of Mike. In order for us basketball fans and us Kobe fans to put him above Michael, what did he have to do? Win more than Michael. What happened? He's 1 short. If he tied him, maybe we talk about it because he passed him in the all-time scoring list.
Right.
But he lacked that 6th ring. And that's why, as a Kobe fan, I just have to sit and accept the fact that 6 versus 5. I can't argue that. You cannot argue that. 6 versus 5. I don't care that he's in all-time scoring. 6 versus 5.
Right. And I'll agree with you too about 90% of that. I also think that another thing that people look at is that he had Shaq.
Oh,
I'm not saying that he didn't deserve it. Kobe averaged like 28 in the playoffs or like freaking something like that, 25 in the playoffs, something ridiculous like that. I definitely think he earned those championships his own way. And he definitely was a contributor at the end of the day. It's just Shaq was just Shaq. Shaq was that
Mike never had a 35 and 10 or 35 and 15 guy. Never.
I was about to say he was every bit of like 35 and 15 back in the playoffs, bro. He was just a different dude.
Yeah, Mike was 30 and 10, and then Scotty was down there with 15 and 10 and 8, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Kobe had a second true superstar. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think at one point Scottie was definitely a top 5 player in the league. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to say that Scottie was better than the Diesel.
You got a hot take in the comments. Look at our boy Miles. Look what he said.
Skill for skill, Kobe is just better. Just better than Jordan? Or just better than Shaq?
Skill for skill. No, I think he's talking about MJ. He's definitely talking about MJ. Skill for skill, Kobe is just better. That is tough. That is a very bold statement.
I mean, you got to think about it. Neither of them went for rebounds, so neither of them cared for rebounds. They both passed the ball at a very minimal level. You're just looking at scoring here and winning. They can both shoot the rock. Like, Kobe was not a three-point specialist. He was definitely a mid-range killer, just like Jordan was. He could definitely dunk the ball just like Jordan did. I just think, like Nick says, it comes down to the fact that, whenever you look at it, it's just he won just one less, and then that 10% just says, oh, he had Shaq to carry him, which is completely false. But it's just one of those things. I just think that it came down to mostly winning, and Kobe definitely didn't do that. Now that we have LeBron coming in, LeBron sure doesn't have the winning that the other two have. He's like 3 for 6, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, he's 6'9". He grabs more rebounds. He's still 6'9" and one of the best freaking floor generals we've ever seen.
Yep.
And, I think that's why LeBron and Jordan will always be that, 1 and 2 conversation, and Kobe will get left out. Like I said, I'm just one of those people. He's 3, and he's solidified his 3. Like, that's not a bad thing. Kobe was still a dog. He was still one of my most hated players whenever he was playing. But now I can sit here and truly look back because I'm a Spurs fan, by the way. So obviously, Western Conference Finals, it was a lot of Kobe and Tim. So, but anyway, I can look back at it and I can appreciate what I saw back in the day, and I can just sit here and appreciate, like, wow, I watched the 3rd best player to ever touch a basketball play the game.
Yeah,
so it's just one of those things.
That's a tough statement, Miles. I mean, skill for skill, they were the same player, so it's kind of hard to say who was a better one. But Miles said, who had better matchups at their position in their primes? Now, you're not lying there. You're completely correct about the era that Kobe came in as far as defenders versus the era that Jordan came in. Completely agreeable.
Yeah,
but
I'll say that.
This is my thing, though. Michael, he dominated. It's not like he went out there and was like, all right, I got 15 to 20. No. He put up 30. He put up 40. After watching the documentary, especially the college Michael Jordan, you have to sit there and look at it and say, okay, while he did have really bad competition, there's a reason he's a GOAT. Like, he was doing crazy things. But I do 100%. Kobe had the hardest, the most difficult generation that played defense on.
I will definitely agree with that. Those, like I said,
2010 for sure.
That 90s to like 2007 era was freaking ridiculous in terms of defensive positions, in my opinion. And I think he grew up in the time, or Kobe came up at a time where literally every shooting guard could play defense. I mean, he went up against in the finals. The only it's just Rip Hamilton comes to mind whenever I say it. Yeah. He's like the perfect example of it. Rip Hamilton was literally, he got his name for a reason. Rip Hamilton. That man could take the ball from anybody and he literally lock anybody up at any given point. He had to go through that. On top of the Pistons.
Ray Allen was a great defender when his prime. Yeah. Tony Allen, Mikael Pietrus, Raja Bell.
I will not agree with the Mikael Pietrus, but Raja Bell was cold. Yes.
Okay. Mikael Pietrus was
Mikael Pietrus. You can't even don't even agree with that yourself.
He wasn't a great defender. He was a athletic defender.
He is, like you said on the podcast, he is that 3-and-D player. He can play defense, but he's not at an elite level that Tony Allen was, that Rip was, that Raja Bell was. Raja
Bell was tough.
Yeah, Raja Bell was very tough. Bruce Bowen, yes, because he didn't guard that small forward. He definitely guarded that. He definitely guarded Kobe without a doubt.
He was defending Kobe. So, I mean, you're talking about 6 to 8 of the best perimeter defenders ever to play the game. And Kobe had to go through that
Mike went crazy there for a second. Holy shit!
So, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're totally right, though, Miles. Completely correct. That he did have harder matchups in his. All
right, so fresh off the presses, Adam Schefter has just reported that the Jags are not picking up Leonard Fournette's option.
Look, 2 teams. I'm gonna leave it at this: 2 teams, the Bills and the Steelers.
Bills have Singletary though. They believe.
I'm sorry, not the Bills. I'm sorry, the Rams.
Or
the Steelers. The Steelers. I don't think they believe in James Conner. I think Leonard Fournette, if he goes there on a 1-year deal, that's a great fit for him.
But they drafted a running back in the draft, and they still have Benny Snell, and they have Jalen Samuels.
Forgot about Benny Snell. You're right. Maybe not the Steelers. The Rams, I think, is my number one
Rams,
fit.
Great pick.
I mean, I don't know if they actually even believe in Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, Darrell. No, it's Darrell.
Leonard Fournette would be good.
But they got Cam Akers in the draft from Florida State.
True. The question I have for you, though, Austin, is Leonard Fournette a good fit for the Rams? The Rams run a pass-heavy offense. Leonard Fournette is not a pass-heavy. He's not a dual threat.
He doesn't pass anything. This man has bricks, man.
So that's my question to you. Is he a good fit for the Rams? What's a better fit?
I don't even think it's the Rams. I mean, I think everybody in the league has just that. The Rams have a terrible offensive line, by the way. First of all, they have an absolutely awful offensive line. So I don't even think he'd go. If he went there, he wouldn't be successful. But at the same time, I think that almost every single backfield has a star running back, if not a young budding star running back. I can't sit here and think about anybody that
32 teams. Hold on a second.
I mean, we can. Let's pull it up real quick.
All right, so we got the Giants.
Saquon.
Okay. Houston Texans.
David Johnson now.
David Johnson with Lamar Miller coming from the ACL.
True. I forgot about Lamar Miller's ACL. True, yeah.
The Panthers, clear cut. McCaffrey. New Orleans.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
New Orleans Saints got Kamara. The Green Bay Packers have 6 running backs now.
17 running backs. Don't know what we're gonna do with them, but we're gonna use them.
Yeah, we're gonna use them.
We got Aaron Jones in the slot. We got Jamal Williams in the backfield. We got AJ Dillon in the backfield. Running the what's it called? Damn, I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna run one of them as a fullback. The
first ever 3 running back in the backfield.
It's gonna be dumb.
The quadruple option.
Oh yeah, facts. The Chiefs.
No, they just drafted Clyde, and they have Damian, so it's just Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Damian Williams. I don't think that you go anything else, and I don't think you want to bring Fournette in to begin with.
The Cleveland Browns.
They already have Hunt and freaking Chubb. So
Denver Broncos.
They have 15 running backs too. Royce, Phillip, and what's it called Melvin now. So.
Yeah. The Cincinnati Bengals.
He could be a good compliment to Joe Mixon. He could.
I don't know though.
He could be the power back to Mixon's utility.
Yeah, it's not that I'm a believer in Joe Mixon. I just think that with Burrow coming, I think he's gonna really strive. I think he's gonna be a very elite running back because he was doing his thing when the Bengals had Andy Dalton. So,
can we put a pause here real quick? Time out. So, okay. Nick and I were talking yesterday, and we will also put this on the podcast Tuesday. We are probably about 90% sure that we're going to be having our first ever fantasy dynasty draft next Friday. For anybody who's watching this out there, I think honestly we should stream it.
I'm down. If
maybe
you want to see that, put it in the live comments.
Yeah, no, bad. Or just put it in the comments in general because I'll look at them for sure. But I think that if I just get a draft kind of board, maybe not a Word document, but maybe something a little bit better. If not, it'll probably be a Word document if I can't find anything. But we just put a draft board up. We obviously have our audio running, or your face will be going through. We'll have all of our audios, and we'll announce who picks who. We can maybe get a couple people in here too to get their reactions. Maybe B, maybe Los again.
Sure.
Maybe Elijah, etc. But yeah, for sure. We're definitely going to be having a fantasy dynasty draft, which we're kind of already, like I told Nick, we're kind of already behind. But it doesn't matter because this is the first time we're ever doing it. But no, yeah, and like I said, draft board. We can show who selects who. We can put it on that board, and we can go from there because I think that would be something interesting. It'd be a little bit longer of a live stream though.
I think that'd be a good idea. I think the document you're looking for is Excel.
Yeah, Excel would be a good one too. Yeah, no, for sure. I have Excel. Yeah, but anyway, going back to it.
I'm gonna start naming. I'm not gonna go through all 32. I'm gonna think of teams that need one.
Lions, maybe.
The Chargers, possibly. Jets.
Have Eckler.
Le'Veon. They have Le'Veon.
I mean, once again, he could be a good compliment to them.
Yeah, the Niners.
They have like 4 running backs too. Jeff Wilson. What's it called? Raheem Mostert. Tevin Coleman.
I forgot about Coleman.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard. I don't think there's.
That is literally it. The Buccaneers. I mean, they got 2 sorry running backs.
Ronald Jones and
the counselor.
Who?
The fantasy football counselor. Ronald Jones sucks, and so does what's his name? What am I thinking of? Ronald Jones. What is the other running back there in Tampa Bay? Oh my God.
Peyton Barber's out. Peyton Barber's gone. He's gone.
What is his name? Oh my God, Ronald Jones.
Didn't he just get drafted?
No, they have it. They had another one last year. Buccaneers running backs. I am tripping. Hold on.
Tampa Bay. All right, let's look it up. Are we?
I'm tripping. Who is getting a lot of their? Ronald Jones.
Well, it was Ronald.
I thought it was. I guess he's not on the roster anymore. But it's Keyshawn Vaughn.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
I don't know who that is.
Interesting. Yeah, I just looked at their depth chart too. Yeah, Keyshawn Vaughn.
It wasn't him. I forgot who it was last year. But yeah, they need a running back. I don't believe in Ronald Jones, but
I don't think anybody believes in Ronald Jones, honestly.
So I mean, does Leonard Fournette ride the bandwagon with the Brady bunch?
I really think he should. That's his best fit.
Honestly.
That's his best possible fit, and I honestly think Tampa needs to go and potentially trade for him. I mean, he's obviously going to play this year in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Why would you not try to trade for him? Maybe get like a 4th rounder out of him or like a 3rd. Nothing too high. Don't give a 1st or a 2nd. 3rd would be the highest I would go, but that's still kind of a reach.
And you just get him on a 1-year deal. That's it.
No, bet. Just a 1-year extension, prove it deal. Give him like $9 million or $10 million. Just to kind of like a prove it deal to where maybe he snaps back into, form a little bit. I don't really know. He's been kind of a disappointment these last 2 years, so it's kind of making his rookie year look like a bust, in my opinion.
Honestly.
But anyway, moving on. Did you see? And this was just, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But that Wake Forest actually fired Danny Manning. I don't know. Do you remember who Danny Manning was?
Former NBA player.
Yeah, former NBA player. So they cut him, and they've hired some new bum. Once again, just a news kind of thing. Here's where. So I actually don't have any major news left to report because, like I said, I couldn't make a full outline because today kind of went a little longer than expected. So if you are watching, we are very much open to ideas. If you have any topics out there that you would like to maybe hear talked about, anything like that,
put it in the comments.
Yeah, feel free to go ahead and do that. But for the time being, I want.
Awesome. I got a debate for us first before we get into that.
I bet.
So I sent it to you on Instagram. It is Skip Bayless's top 10 NBA players of all time.
Sent it to me on Instagram too?
Yep.
Of all time? Oh, it's Skip, bro. I don't even know if I want to look at this. It's like
I don't think you would want to either, but this needs to be fixed. this needs to be fixed.
Oh my God. Okay. So for those out there, they can't Can't see it, so I'll go down the list. All right, Skip Bayless's top 10. Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, Magic Johnson. Number 3, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 4, Kareem. All right, why do we have 3 Lakers already? Number 5, Tim Duncan. Number 6, Bill Russell. Number 7, you're just now getting here. Number 7, Kobe Bryant. Number 8, Larry Bird. Number 9, LeBron James. And number 10, Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
We rip this man, Skip, all the time. And there is valid reasoning to it. Why is LeBron James 9 and why is Kobe 7? I can mainly see Magic not being that high, but he could be in your top 5. I'm not opposed to it.
At all.
But Bill Russell, Kareem doesn't deserve to be in the top 5. Wilt, I don't really think deserves to be in the top 10. Maybe top 15, but not top 10.
All right, you might have forced with that one.
I don't know about that. Please.
Averaging 50 points over like 2-3 seasons.
Over freaking.
I know.
JV B squad.
I know.
Yeah, let's just not bring race to this.
Yeah. Let's not. Yeah, let's.
But no.
Undersized basketball players here. Why? Like, I just don't think that Wilt even. I think he contends, but I definitely think that, you probably have more of a. And they played on the same team at one point in time, but I think you could probably make a debate that Jerry West would be a better person to put closer to 10 than Wilt. I just think. I mean, Jerry West is probably one of the best scorers that basketball's ever seen. I think he makes a better case for top 10. I'm not saying he's in top 10, but I think he makes a better case than Wilt, without a doubt. But, no, there's just so many things wrong with that. I'm going to throw it up on this for you. Hold on.
Oh, are you now? Did you figure out how to work everything in this stream? Oh, bet. Yes, I do see it. Let me add it for you. Bro, that's dope. Maybe I'm just going to start getting you to throw stuff on there. Here, let me take off this. There it is for everybody to see. That's just, wow.
This is awful.
Wow.
This is completely awful. This is for you to sit here and confidently say that Larry Bird is a better basketball player than LeBron James.
Confidently.
Why are you still an analyst? Like,
honestly, you need to be bitch slapped. Sorry, for language, but you do.
Yeah, no facts.
Like, it's just like what? No, okay. Oh my gosh.
Shane, sorry.
No, you're good. But no, okay. So let me just sit here and ask you something. So I want to sit here and talk about this on live stream. We got 3 people watching. It's not a lot, but I want to sit here and get everybody's take on this. If you can comment down below, we talk about this all the time. When was LeBron's peak? When was his prime? When was his unstoppable LeBron, I don't know, top skill? When was he LeBron? LeBron is what I'm trying to say. Nick and I seem to come to agreement here. I think it was definitely a return to Cleveland, Bron.
Put in the banner.
Okay, bet. I got you. But anyway, no, definitely return to Cleveland, Bron. It's without a doubt, he's almost single-handedly, because Kevin Love decided not to show up. Kyrie was kind of underperforming, but he almost single-handedly carried that, that Cleveland team to a championship in his first year. Almost. I think, they ended up losing. They ended up losing. But I just think that was it for LeBron. I just think that was overall just him.
Yep. I think that once LeBron left Miami, he figured out, hey, I can win, quote unquote, on my own, in a sense. Anytime you make history by coming back from 3-1 in the NBA Finals against arguably the best team to ever touch an NBA floor, that is GOAT status. That's legendary. Yeah, Drew Brees.
Exactly. Down 3-1 LeBron.
And a lot of people are going to argue. They're going to argue and say Miami LeBron. 2014, I think, was his peak of Miami LeBron.
Right. No, 2013 is whenever they won their last championship.
He was a great player, and I'm going to say this, and it's a bold statement. That was the most exciting LeBron to watch. He found a consistent jumper to a certain extent. He was in his prime. He was close to his prime as far as athleticism because he was banging on everybody. I mean, he was grabbing rebounds, blocking,
carrying everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That is the most fun LeBron to watch, the most entertaining. What he lacked was up here. That's what he lacked. He lacked the mental preparation. He lacked the mental stability in order to carry a team, in order to win an NBA championship. While he did win 2, I understand that. But if you remember, he choked hard in the 2011 finals.
And in the 2014, in my opinion.
And he did underperform in the 14. But if you go back and look at the stats in the 11 finals against the Mavs, he choked. Bad. Extremely bad. I want to say he had a stretch where he had maybe 15, 11, and 18 points in the span of the last 3 games. He lacked that mental stability to be able to carry a team, that dog in him. He carried that into Cleveland his first year. Then he came back and said, all right, it's time. That's prime LeBron. That is the best LeBron we've ever seen.
I'm here. Now, I'll agree with you to an extent. I agree with you that, 2017 LeBron's the greatest LeBron that ever was. And I will say, I'll add on to this. His mental toughness just wasn't there for some reason just yet. LeBron was coming out. He was dunking on people. He was just yelling in people's face. He was talking that smack. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just, I think that video just kind of shows. Oh, here we go. Playoffs per game, actually. So here we go. So the year that in 2011 was actually his worst playoff year in his career. Period. And I'll throw it up there on the screen real quick. Hold on. I'll put it up there. Let me just show my screen. Yeah, no, I definitely will. Whoa. Wait. There it is. There. Okay, yeah, you can definitely see it now. Yeah, so as you can see right then and there, these are LeBron's playoff averages. Now, if you look here, 23.7 while shooting 50%, 35% from 3. However, what I'm trying to say here and what I was trying to add on to it. So, yo, what's up, Dante? Anyway, no, what I'm trying to say here is that the video of LeBron looking at the scores table, looking at Kawhi, and saying an explicit word that I won't say on this live stream, I just think that describes almost every bit of it. Why are you scared? Not scared. Why are you kind of smirking at the fact that a second, third year Kawhi is coming in and guarding you? You're the best player in the league right then and there. Mm-hmm. Granted,
that's what I look back on when I look at Miami LeBron. I look at that clip all the time yo, were you really frightened by this guy Kawhi Leonard? What's wrong?
Don't get me wrong. I think Kawhi deserves all the credit in the world. This man held LeBron to something that he wasn't used to. He flustered LeBron. Granted, LeBron still dropped 28 a game in that 2013 championship year, I believe, right? That one says right there on the screen. My fault. In the 2012, 2013, yeah, he averaged 26 on the playoffs, and I'm pretty sure in that series, I looked it up the other day, he averaged 28 against Kawhi while still shooting 50% from the field.
Yeah.
But you could visually tell, and this is one of the very rare occasions, that I'll sit here and say that stats didn't show the full story and that he was flustered. He was not having it in terms of Kawhi. I just think that overall, 2017 he was going up against the greatest dynasty that ever was, to be made in terms of Golden State, in terms of all-around talent. I just think that for him to go up against that team and come out a winner 1 and 3 times, I think that's a win in my book.
No,
because Lord knows I think that Kevin Love definitely didn't show up in almost every single one of those playoffs, and I know that and I just think that overall he just took it like a man, and he just, he grinded the championship. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yep. I mean, and if we look at y'all can see, you can see the image right on the screen.
What's that? Yeah, I'll throw it back up there.
No. The one I'm sharing. Am I not sharing my screen?
No, you're not. Here, let me go ahead. Try it again.
Okay.
Hi, Sheila. Shout out to you.
Hey, mama.
It's been a while. It's been a while. But no, here it is. Yeah, Go ahead.
So, I mean, if you look at this depiction, Austin, like I said, Miami LeBron on the right, probably the most entertaining LeBron we've ever seen.
Right.
He's athletic, dominant. He found a jump shot without a doubt. Then you have your Lakers LeBron. He doesn't age. For some reason, he has become an even better floor general. And if you remember correctly, I think, and I'm being bold here, this is the first time we've ever, Lakers LeBron here, this is the first time we've ever seen point guard LeBron, like true point guard LeBron. I mean, he's on the floor with two shooting guards.
You said it. I didn't say it this time.
Look,
if you watched the last podcast, you know what I'm talking about. You said it this time. I'm not saying it.
I have to admit, this is the first time we've ever seen a true point guard LeBron. Miami played with Dwayne Wade, yes, but he also played with Norris Cole and Mario Chalmers. And then obviously with Cleveland LeBron, he played with Kyrie. No, in LA, this is the first time he's, I think, ever led the league in assists because he is a true point guard. So This is the best floor general LeBron. And then you have this
animal.
It's just complete dominance of Cleveland LeBron. When he took the headband off, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" Put it back on, your hairline, bro. Come on, keep the headband on, LeBron. No, he didn't. He didn't need it. He showed that he was able to win without D Wade and Chris Bosh, and he was able to overcome a lot of adversity. And the 3-1 is the perfect example, man. So that's why I agree with it.
Let me ask you something. And we're gonna stick on the LeBron topic. I won't throw up a banner for this one because it's kind of gonna be long. Which team was better? Which team was just that team? You know what I mean? I don't like that one. We're gonna throw it back over here to this one. Which one was better? The Heat
that is
team
so tough.
or the Cleveland team? Neither of them had a bench, so you're just
which one are we comparing? Which one?
So we're talking about we'll go with the championship, Cleveland team, right?
Okay.
We'll go with the last championship Heat team. So the 2013 Heat team and the 2015, I believe, right? Is whenever they won that title, 2015, 2016? Yeah, 2016, my fault. Yeah, 2016 Cleveland team. Which one was better?
My God.
So you're basically judging, okay, so you had two floor stretchers and Chris Bosh. Sure, he didn't shoot the three that often. He did later in the dynasty, but he's a lights out shooter from the mid range. But you had the same thing in Kevin Love, and you have Dwayne Wade or Kyrie Irving. Back end of his career, still really good, but he was coming off of his prime. And then a coming into form Kyrie.
It's tough. That is very tough. I'm just going to base it off my point to why LeBron was in his prime or peak whenever he was in Cleveland, because that team was not a lot worse, I should say, but it was worse than the Miami team, for the simple fact that the Miami team, while their bench was, it had role players: Mike Miller, Ray Allen, Shane Battier, Rashard Lewis.
Shane Battier, yes.
Guys like, okay, it's either we go vacation in the Bahamas or we go sit in the corner and shoot threes for LeBron. So those guys that would do that. And then compared to Cleveland, you had J.R. Smith, who didn't know what team he was on.
I'm dead.
And then Iman Shumpert, who just completely fell off when he came to Cleveland, and it's just those little things.
No. He had one good season.
He had one good season, but LeBron changed the way Iman played basketball, and we'll go into that. We can go into that another day.
Forced the way Iman played basketball.
Exactly. So, but this Miami team was built to win. Pat Riley did a great job with this team. So I'd have to give the knock to them. I'd have to.
So okay, we'll go tit for tat here. Mario Chalmers or J.R. Smith?
Jesus Christ, Austin. That's tough.
I'd rather have obviously J.R. lights out. Mario, pretty good shooter. Pretty good point guard.
I'm gonna go with Mario Chalmers.
Okay. Tristan or Birdman? Tristan Thompson, for those out there. Tristan Thompson or Chris Birdman Anderson?
I'm gonna go with Tristan Thompson.
Okay. So it's split there in terms of the starting five. So now you're saying that Matt Miller, Shane Battier were better than. You know what? Let me just look. I don't want to get anything wrong here on this one, so I just want to see what the 2016 Cavaliers.
I want to say it was like
look like
Shumpert, Jr. Said he wasn't there yet.
Said he was not there yet. He was there last year.
Channing Frye, Richard Jefferson. I mean, just a lot of guys that, yes, they were in there. They were role players, but like they couldn't play their role. Like,
all right. So you had. Wow. No way. Mo Williams was on that team. Was he still on that team?
Mo Williams was on that team, and he was actually a very good contributor.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. I forgot, I guess.
I forgot about that. He was solid.
So you had Mo, Varejao, Timothy, Amon, Jordan McRae before Jordan McRae is who he is now.
Of course.
James Jones, the ultimate bench riding championship winner I've ever seen.
Wherever LeBron.
Richard Jefferson. Yeah. Richard Jefferson, Dante Jones, Joe Harris was actually on that team. Channing Frye, Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah.
And Jared Cunningham. No, definitely without a doubt, I give it to that Heat's team. After sitting here and looking at it, that team was so bad.
Oh man, I'm missing all the comments. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, bro. Listen.
Cole or Delly? That's tough. That's tough. Norris
Cole was so cold his freshman, like in the freshman year. His rookie year. I thought Norris Cole was at the first 20 games of the season. I thought Norris Cole was well on his way to a potential rookie of the year.
Norris Cole was very tough. He was very, very I wouldn't say underrated, but I mean he did his role. He played his role. A lot of people thought he should have been starting over Mario Chalmers at one point. I just think Dellavedova, he's not a basketball player in my opinion. Like he's Dennis Rodman's little white brother. Like he just goes and hustles. And
I was about to say he's the hustle king. Like that man brought so much energy to that team for no reason, honestly.
Because he knew he couldn't do anything else. Like he couldn't do anything. He couldn't shoot. He couldn't dribble. When he was in the game, Kyrie wasn't, mind you, and LeBron I don't think was in the game at one point. I remember they didn't even let him take the ball up.
No, okay, but to the people that are Mike says that the 2013 Heat is better. Mike says the 2013 Heat. I would like to hear what Miles, Dante, and Miles, Dante, and Drew have to say, if y'all can. So we're talking, like I said, 2013 Heat, 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. Who are you taking if they win head to head? I just think that star power was better. I don't know if I'm just biased because I'm older, but I really liked Chris Bosh before he went there. And then obviously Dwayne Wade's Dwayne Wade. So I just think that just in terms of star power, I think you got the generic version of Dwayne Wade and the generic version of Kevin Love. I just think, you slapped them on a team with LeBron. So I definitely have to agree, and I'll say 2013. The 2013 Heat was definitely.
And if we're talking, we can get into this, but I'm just going to jump ahead. If we're talking best team LeBron's ever been on, it's this year's team. I hope everybody knows that.
You're such a
loser.
I
hope everybody in our viewers in our video knows that this year's Lakers team is the best team LeBron's ever been a part of.
Dante and Drew said Heat too. Yeah.
Heat.
No, okay. Look, and I can agree with that. I can honestly agree with that. Honestly, at the end of the day, you have a top 3 player.
Yep.
LeBron's never had one of those.
He never had. Yep.
Which he's never had. Top 3 player. Anthony Davis. You don't agree that he's top 3. You're absolutely crazy.
That's tough. Something. Top 3, Austin? Top 3. I'm a Lakers fan, and that's tough.
Yes, top 3 without a doubt.
So you think it goes what? Giannis, Bron?
Thank you. Yeah, Deli D brought the hype without even trying. Really, he just.
I know. Yeah, Mike.
He was just that Dennis Rodman. Like I said, Dennis Rodman came off the bench. 2 years later, he was out of the game. He was just that person. He just glued everything together with energy, hustle, and rebounding.
I don't know, Mike. If I'm talking, Dante, we'll get into that question. Just like give me like 10 seconds. If we're talking Norris Cole versus Dellavedova, I'm taking Norris Cole. Like he's a basketball player. Like I can trust him to hit a shot. I can trust him to bring.
I'll agree with it. I just like Norris Cole better. Whenever you hear Matthew Dellavedova, it's never associated with like.
Sounds like a
good feeling. It's just like a terrible feeling. It's just like ew.
Sounds like a cubicle worker. That's what it sounds.
Dante, look, great question. Dante had a good question. LeBron's block, Kyrie's shot, or Love's clamp. Bro, Kyrie's shot, in my opinion. That was the biggest dagger I've ever seen outside of the Chris Jenkins Villanova, game winner against UNC. That shot right there was the biggest dagger of the second biggest dagger of my life in terms of basketball.
That's tough. You're forgetting about the Ray Allen dagger. Don't forget that one.
I mean, yeah, but I kind of try to put that one really back in the corner. Yeah, that one hurt.
That's real bad. Tough question. Let's do like a start bench cut. Okay, so I'm gonna cut
start bench cut. Yeah,
I'm gonna cut Love's clamps because it's not that Love didn't put clamps on. Don't get me wrong. This is the thing. Kevin Love, that possession was Curry's fault. It wasn't really like contributed to Kevin Love's clamps. I think Curry like forced that shot completely, and that's why it looked like Kevin Love was playing good defense when he really wasn't. I have to go with Kyrie's shot. I think that in that possession, if you give it to LeBron, he's missing. He's missing that shot. I think LeBron. I think LeBron's going to choke that shot. And LeBron's block was amazing, and it was just completely like legendary. But without that shot, they don't win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They don't win. Austin, how was Austin drunk, Mike? What hot take did he say?
No. It's just he's talking about the what I said. Anthony Davis is top 3.
Yeah, no.
He just brings. He just brings everything. Like he brings everything. He can handle the ball if he really wants to, but he doesn't need to because he's surrounded by everybody. Right? He did it in New Orleans, and he brought the ball up coast to coast a lot. I don't think we realized that. And on top of that, rebounding machine. If he wanted to, he could probably grab 15 boards a game, and you cannot stop Anthony Davis on the offensive side. I don't care who you put on him. They try to put Giannis on him, and he still dropped like 30. Like
I know.
I just think that right now it's LeBron, Giannis, AD. My opinion. I'm sorry to all you James Harden fans out there, aka Mike, or Russ fans, aka Mike. I'm just saying that this man, Anthony Davis, is not to be messed with. You can't guard him. You can't touch him on the offensive side, and he will lock you up. Defensive Player of the Year this year, without a doubt.
I can see your points. I can. I'm sorry. Kawhi Leonard is a better player than Anthony Davis. I just think that Kawhi's my
favorite player. You know that. And
I
think that he's 5 right now. I think James Harden's definitely 4.
That's tough. That's tough too.
30 points a game. I mean, at one point he was averaging 38 points a game. Like you can't not include him in that top 5. But
all right, let's go through these. Mike said, if I need to stop, I'm taking Delly because he's gonna force. Look, you can take Delly. You can take Delly all you want. I'm taking Norris Cole. You can put the ball in the basket.
Overall, he's just a better player.
Yeah, for sure. Dante said, in hindsight, should LeBron be 1-8?
1-8 for what? What do you mean?
Wow. He's saying without Ray Allen shot.
Yes, he should. Thank you, Dante. Yes.
No, I have to disagree.
Yes, he got bailed out twice.
That is tough. That is a tough, bold statement.
If Tim Duncan's out there, they have no business grabbing that rebound. I don't know why you try to go and put Boris Diaw. I love Boris Diaw. I don't know why you try to put Boris Diaw as your center in the most important part of the game, and you need a board if they miss. Not smart whatsoever. And then Kyrie was just so freaking dominant that game. It was ridiculous. He owned that game. That was all him.
Drew says LeBron brought that team back to have that Allen shot. He did. I'm going to have to agree with both of them. I'm going to have to agree with them.
He choked it. He choked the shot, though. He choked that last shot.
I'm going to have to agree with both of them. Mike will get to that in a little bit. Miles will get to that in a little bit. Don't worry. I have to agree with you. LeBron brought them to the point. He got the block. He got all the rebounds, all the assists, all the points throughout the game. He got saved twice. Like, I'm looking at it now. I'm thinking back. I'm like, yo, that Ray Allen shot is going in 2 out of 10 times. That Kyrie Irving shot is going in 6 out of 10 times. Yeah, like, that is tough. LeBron he might be 1-8 without those two.
Definitely, no, that's what I'm saying. No, he choked the heck out of that last shot that provided Ray Allen with the God shot that was his shot. Once again, biggest heartbreak of my life, thinking that, we were about to have a championship. But
that is tough.
But I just think that he's 1-8 without a doubt. No, but Dante, we for sure need you on the podcast. Mike, we tried this week, but we need to get you on the podcast. And Miles, I haven't talked to you in so long that we need to get you on the podcast too.
For sure, man.
I'm just saying.
Miles said James Harden ranked 4. Austin, it's tough. Top 10. Yeah, he's clearly top 10. I don't think he's like Austin, but Mike, yeah, I do think he's top 10. And is AD better than Kawhi and Harden? Austin?
I just said it. Yes. James Harden is not providing on the defensive end. He's not.
Do you want to consider your –
No, I don't. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm a Kawhi fan. He's my favorite player. He will be until the day that he leaves the NBA. I don't care what team he's on. And Mike, you can drop the whole I'm still crying about it. No, I'm not. I don't care that he left. I don't. So, what's it called? To continue, Kawhi is the best two-way player that I have ever seen come into the NBA. He's a monster menace on the offensive side. He's a freaking straight lethal character on the defensive side, right? I just think that James Harden, being the James Harden that he is, and the fact that he is just so mind-blowingly good on the offensive side, definitely deserves to have that edge over Kawhi. Definitely because he's an MVP. He's known to be able to carry his team to wins single-handedly at times. So here's also my thing. I've already explained everything that I needed to on AD. I'm not going to explain anything else. He was supposed to be Defensive Player of the Year this year. He's been MVP candidates multiple years. I just think that, and granted, once again, James Harden has won an MVP. I can understand this. Do I think he deserved it? Yes, I do. But right now, we're not talking 2 years ago in the past. We're talking about right now. AD is the potential Defensive Player of the Year. He averaged like 1.8 steals. He averaged like 2.4 blocks. Like, he's Defensive Player of the Year. He's stupid good on offense. He's been an MVP candidate. There's no reason why he's not 3 behind LeBron and Giannis. There's no reason.
I see your points. I think AD is a more dominant player than Kawhi. I think he can take over games. That's what Kawhi, I think, is missing. Kawhi is a system player. So I think AD is better than Kawhi in that sense. I have to disagree, though. I think Harden is 5. I think Kawhi is 4. Kawhi in your list. Kawhi is a proven efficient winner.
Mike, I hope you're gonna tear this up right here. I just wanted you. Just keep going.
Kawhi is a proven efficient winner. He's taken down 2 dynasties. 2.
Right. Yeah. No.
2.
Facts, yeah. Mm-hmm.
James Harden's volume is what makes him a dominant scorer. I mean,
definitely
like, he's going to be putting up 35, 15. Kawhi is efficient. Kawhi can win in the regular season. Kawhi can win in the playoffs.
True.
Unlike the beard. I'm sorry.
So you're sitting here saying that AD is 3.
No. I'm referring to
3. Who's 3?
Okay, are we talking? Okay, is Kevin Durant in this list?
Let's just throw this up on a banner. No, Kevin Durant's not on this list because he's not playing right now.
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah. What about Steph?
Yes, sir.
Wait. What about Steph?
I mean,
What about Steph? That's tough because Steph.
Definitely, I don't think he's top 3. I don't think so either.
Okay, you got me.
I think you're just fighting for 5. I think you're just
you got me. You got me. I'll put AD as 3. I didn't know you had Kevin Durant out. That is a good point. He's not playing.
Oh yeah, no. If Kevin Durant, if this was last year, easy 1, 2, 3. And I think Kevin Durant's 2. And I think Giannis is 3.
Yep. So, okay. I'm glad we agree on that. Okay, let's go to this extremely hot take.
I saw that.
Miles, are you okay? Is everything all right?
Are you drunk?
Is quarantine treating you okay?
Yeah, bro. You got a haircut lately? All that hair just affecting that brain?
Bradley Beal better than James Harden. Okay. I'm going to cut this very short. No. No.
Yeah, this was our start bench cut. You may not have been here. We did a start bench cut. Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker. Nick went Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler. I went Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker. But I'm not saying he's better than James Harden.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're not even going to discuss that, Miles, because that we shouldn't have to. You just need to go get some help and reconsider your thoughts.
He's a lover
and come back. He's a lover of
yeah.
I don't want to hear that. James Harden is a better basketball player than Bradley Beal. Okay. Mike said Kawhi can definitely take over games. He just doesn't. Mike, you're just emphasizing my point. Like, I know that he doesn't take over games, but when he does, I know that he doesn't. But when he does, he wins games, Mike. He wins games.
Wins championships.
Now, Mike, I know what you're referring to. You're referring to that he's better than AD in terms of dominance or whatever. AD is a potential, like Austin said, defensive player of the year and MVP race. And the fact that Kawhi doesn't take over games because he chooses when and
multiple time MVP race, mind you, multiple time.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that Kawhi just turns this switch on and off between dominance, no, I don't like that. You should be dominant at all times, 24/7. Moving on to Dante. Giannis, Kawhi, Steph, Harden. That is tough, Dante. That is tough.
I just don't know why you wouldn't put AD in your top 5. I'm not going to say that you have a terrible top 5. I mean, I said, that 3 to 6 is really hard. I mean,
I just think Steph is
he's the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Period.
No, I don't know.
I just don't think he brings an excellent trait outside of that.
I think you have a point, Dante. If this was 2016, I think Steph has not fallen off. Relax. I just think that he's in a role now to where he isn't really a top 5 used player. And I mean, he didn't play a lot, so we don't know what this season would have told. But AD is a top 3 player. I'm sorry, guys. Mike says Bron, Kawhi, Harden, AD, Giannis. What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Mike, why is Giannis? Giannis is a MVP candidate?
No, my friend, I've just pegged it. You are a Giannis hater. You're a Giannis hater.
What is wrong with you?
Period. You've never been a fan of Giannis. You always said Giannis never deserved anything that he ever got.
You need to get your braids back. This new do-rag Mike is silly. Mama, get out. Mama, get out right now. Dante, look at Dante. Mama.
Are y'all in the same house? Sheila, go just one time. Just go.
Mama, get out.
I'm the parent. You don't tell me what to do.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This was my dad. I know this was my dad. My mama would never say something foolish like that. This is my dad. Miles,
Kevin Love in top 5?
Yeah, she's saying Kevin Love's top 5. Are we taking usage rate into place? Yes, we are considering usage rate, Miles. But if we put Bradley Beal in the Houston offense, he's not doing what James Harden is doing. I'm sorry.
I had the step back as James Harden. James Harden's step back is lethal.
I told you.
With a capital L.
Look, I told you. What did I say? That's that. I knew that was my dad.
Hey, and we can't wait to have your dad on the podcast next week.
Oh yeah,
I hope he can fit it into his busy schedule.
Hey, Dad.
Shout out to you.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. If you come on to our podcast with that nonsense, you're never coming back. Never.
I'm usually the one that gets clowned for the decision, so to have another person take it over, that's fine with me.
Never. Do not come into our podcast with that. Mike said that Kawhi is a robot. He can't help it. Exactly. He's a robot. And that's why I think he's 4. He is 4.
I'll even say I can agree with it because, like I said, it's just such a close 4, 5, 6. Because Steph deserves to be in the conversation. Steph's a proven winner. He's just a proven superstar, elite player. Period. And I just give it to those two over Steph because, like I said, Steph doesn't have that excellent trait outside of shooting, and I just don't think that he deserves to be in that kind of conversation, I guess.
Yeah, no, facts. I mean, like, to your point, Dante. To your point, I do think that at Steph shouldn't be compared to the way he plays as a guard compared to a big.
I'm dead.
But I mean, come on now. AD is the better player here.
All Could have swore Brad had 250 pieces back to back. Yeah, you can say that, but
I am about to get onto Miles because I'm going to explain why that doesn't matter.
I mean, Devin Booker had a 70-point game. Does that mean that he's top 5 shooting guard? Definitely not.
No, not at all. Okay.
I'll say Beal's definitely a top 5 shooting guard, hands down, without a doubt. But I won't say he's a top 5 anything outside of that.
Top 5 shooting guard. Yeah, for sure. Top 5 shooting. Yeah, I don't know why I thought about that.
I'd put him at like 3 or 4.
Miles. He had 250 pieces. He had 250 pieces against, I want to say, the Bulls and I think the Hornets. Okay, so let's slow your roll. He played against G League team. Second, Bradley Beal. It doesn't score 50 over the span of like 9 games like James Harden has done. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I think like James Harden averaged like 40 in a month.
It was like 38.7 or something like that.
I'm done with this argument. Okay,
he won one MVP.
He won one MVP for running in the paint and dunking.
I'm talking about Giannis.
Oh, my bad. Who are you talking about?
Talking about Giannis. Talking about Giannis.
Mike, stop. Like, you don't even sound believable. Like, you don't even believe your own like words. Like, he is an MVP candidate now because he rim runs and he is an all around once in a generational player. Stop it. Like,
he is literally probably the best point forward you're ever going to watch in your life outside of LeBron
and Magic.
Well, I mean, in our life, I mean, we.
Yeah. Play. I can agree with that. Sure.
Look, oh my goodness gracious! So this year, look, I'll throw this up on the screen real quick.
Mama, take the phone away from Dad. Take it away.
Just take it and hide it, please.
And hide it. Hey, hide your phone in the closet, lock the door, and take this man outside to get some fresh air.
All right, so look at this. I just threw it up there. Can you see it?
Yeah, just put it up.
Look at this. Look at this. This is an MVP season, right?
Mike, look at this.
Please check this. It's the one that's highlighted. 27. We'll round it up to 28 because it's that close. 28.
Run your mouse over it so that they can see it.
Okay, my fault. Yeah, right here. So this is the year. I'll highlight it right there. That little yellow one is the year I'm talking about. 28, 12 and a half, 10 defensive and, whatever on the offensive side. And 6 assists, not as a point guard. 6 assists, not as a point guard. Yeah. Now, you drag it down here. Look at his stats this season. He was probably very much well on his way to a second one. He's averaging 30, 14, and 6 again. Like,
he was well on his way, but, I mean, Austin.
And he's
winning.
Giving you 30% from 3. I'm just saying.
He was winning last year. He was going to become a 2-time MVP. We're not even going to consider LeBron or AD. Nobody. It was Giannis MVP. Miles, leave the chat, bro. Yes, Miles. It's either you leave the chat or you start making sense. Mike, you have no reason to talk right now. You are saying that Giannis is the 5th best player in the league. Stop.
I just think that, LeBron, like I said, generational talent. Never going to see another guy like that in our lifetime. I think. Who knows? People who had watched Jordan probably never said that, or probably said that too. But he's undoubtedly number 1. But outside of that, it's like the most dominant player in the NBA outside of LeBron is without a doubt Giannis.
Mike, you're gonna make me throw something. Okay, just because he's never thrown a flashy pass doesn't mean driving and kicking. That's called passing, Mike. That is called passing. That is well worthy of an assist. We're done, Mike. We're done.
We're definitely done.
The best player outside of LeBron in the league. PG is better. Miles.
Oh, that one hits you hard, huh? That one hits you pretty hard.
Miles, I said this in the podcast. I don't know if you've watched the podcast recently, Miles, but Jason Tatum is better than Paul George, and I will win that to the day I die. Lonnie, I know we do, but Miles, Jason Tatum is better than Paul George. Paul George is a fraud. I said this in the last episode. He is a fraud. I don't think he's a superstar anymore. He is a certified all-star. He is Kawhi's little brother. Yeah. And you need to go. Like, it's simple, Miles. You have to go. Like, you gotta. I love it. I love the debates and I love the bold topics and very unpopular opinions. But
very unpopular opinions. I just think that it's without a doubt. PG's, like I said, PG's good, but he's definitely fallen off since his leg. He's definitely fallen off because he's been on other teams that need ball dominant players.
Yeah, playoff P. Fuck out of here! Like, no, he's not good.
He was an MVP candidate the other.
No, Dante.
I won scale. Time out.
He was not an MVP candidate. He was just playing.
He was probably like player of the month, maybe.
Yeah, no, he was 1 month. There was no MVP candidate because it was either Russ, Giannis, or Harden the last 2 years.
Oh, for sure.
Like, who is he better than out of the four? Giannis is better. Lonnie, by the way, give us your top 5 NBA players in the league right now.
Please, just give them to you. So, like me and Nick said, my top five was Bron, Giannis, AD, what's it called, Harden, and Kawhi. Nick had the same top 3, but then he switched. He said Kawhi's 4, Harden's 5. So, please, just real quick in the comments, if you can, put your top 5. And why are we still talking about Delly in the comments?
He's just talking about how Giannis. He thinks that Giannis, because he can drive and kick, that doesn't count as assists or whatever. Delly didn't average 7 assists, so there you go.
That's 7 foot. Like, he's 7 foot. He shouldn't be doing that.
If KD was there, Giannis would be 6. No, Mike. No, he's still 2. Mike, stop it, please. Bro, he can get buckets and he clamps. Paul George.
Oh my gosh!
We're done with Paul George. Like, Miles, we're done with the Paul George. Okay, throw it away.
Paul George. I'm definitely done with Paul George.
Burn the top.
He's good. I love Paul George, but no, he's not anywhere close to top 5. But LeBron, AD, Kawhi, Giannis, and Harden. That's Lonnie's top 5.
Lonnie, I'm disappointed. I'm
so disappointed. I thought you'd at least have a little bit better common sense here. I mean,
Lonnie, I'm disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed.
Oh my god!
If KD was there, KD be number 2. Yes, we both agree with that. We agree with that.
No, without a doubt. Okay, I can say that he could be number 2. I can definitely say that. Like I said earlier, It was like LeBron, KD, Giannis, and then AD and Harden, Kawhi. You know, but what I'm sitting here trying to just argue. Look, and I'll share my screen again for Lonnie since he wasn't here. Look at this. Look at this ridiculousness that is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay, so
you can see it right here. I just highlighted it. It's the highlighted one.
Lonnie changed his. Lonnie said it goes LeBron, AD, Giannis, then Kawhi. We can argue with that, but it's better. We
can argue with that. That's better. That's probably the best top 5 I've definitely seen for the comment section today.
Miles.
But I don't want to hear another one. I haven't even looked at it yet. But I don't want to hear another one.
We bing. We have our first guest who wants to join, and it is Michael Ansa. I will get the email and I'll send it to you so you can invite him.
Yeah, and it's gonna have to be quick. I kind of gotta go somewhere probably a little bit in like 30 minutes.
Mike, listen to me when I tell you this. Mike. Do not come on here and start talking crazy, okay? Okay.
I'm saying is, don't yell. You got a high squeaky voice when you yell. It doesn't help the situation.
What did Dante say? Dante said, y'all disrespecting PG. Obviously, Russ was ball dominant, so was Harden. But PG became an efficient scorer enough to get talked about. Yes, Dante, I agree. I'm not disrespecting PG at all. I'm trying not to, at least.
I was about to say, I think I put him in like the right place here.
Dante, Paul George clearly showed us why he's a fraud. Somebody, I don't know if it was him, brought up this nickname of Playoff P, and that guy went to the closet, pissed his pants, and never came out. So that's why I think he is a fraud. I think Jason Tatum is better than him because he is a better offensive player. It has been proven for the last 2-3 months he's a better offensive player than Paul George. And while Paul George can clamp up, he can play defense, Jason Tatum is a better basketball player than Paul George.
Hey, Mike, go ahead and check your email real quick. By the way,
Mike,
sorry.
Lonnie said Paul George dropped to top 15 or top 20. Agreed. Without a doubt.
Oh, I don't think top 20. That's
Right.
I don't think top 15. Just based off of pure talent, just alone, I think he's definitely inside of 15.
I have to get a list. First. We have to get a 10. Then we can go. I think I have to agree with you though. I think he's 15.
And that could be honestly, that could probably be a good topic for Tuesday's podcast. So we did top 10 NFL, we could probably just do top 10 NBA.
So what did Harden do in the playoffs then, brother Nick? Okay, you're right. Harden does choke in the playoffs. It has been proven. And yes, Dante, Russ, and Harden haven't made it past the first round. However, we're not even going to get to talking about Russ because I will disrespect the hell. I can if I want to. But the thing about Harden is Harden will average 50 in a month. I don't know how many times I have to repeat this to you, Miles. He's a dominant scorer, once in a generation type scorer. Okay.
And I will sit here and say that yes, he lacks severely on the defensive side. I will say that. I will vouch that until the cows come home. Pardon my country reference. But almost 40 in a month. Like that is beyond elite scoring level. You got to have him there. You got to have him in your top 5. That's why I have him at 4. Beyond elite scoring. Nobody's touching this man. He can literally 3-ball anybody's face. He can be, in 2K sense, he can be 75% covered and still drain it. And he can just finish with the best of anybody. He can dunk on people. He is just the whole package in terms of the offensive side.
Okay, Dante, you're right. We are talking about Harden regular season. But Dante, if we're in the playoffs and you're asking me what I'm taking, if I'm taking like Harden's playoffs or Paul George, no, I'm taking Harden's. Like I'm taking Harden in the playoffs, even though he does fold, but I'm taking Harden in the playoffs. And Paul George, yes, they both choked in the playoffs. It shows even in the regular season that he is a fraud. He is Kawhi's little brother.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gravy. Look at these freaking. Right. Oh, looky here. Look who it is. Look who it is.
Hi.
What's up?
What's good, bro? All right. I got it. We got to get this real quick. We got to get this out of you.
Get the take out. I know your hands can't your hands can't type as fast as your mouth runs. So
we need your very unpopular. I need you to explain your top 5 in the NBA, Michael.
Okay, what did I say again? How did I forgot what I said. It was
Bron. Wait, let me pull it up again so I don't get it wrong.
Yeah,
okay.
I was about to say I'm skimming through the comments right now.
Bron, Kawhi, Harden, AD, Giannis.
Bro,
Giannis 5? Why is Giannis 5?
Because he just started hooping 2 years ago.
We're talking but look, this is why,
He's not.
We are talking today, as of right now, suspended season.
Okay, this season maybe it might have been 3. I give him that, but only because they're winning.
That's better.
We weren't winning as much, but Harden is still top 3 in the year.
All right. Look.
40, 60, whenever he wants. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Harden can ask if you want it. Like, be honest. We want to go every game he could. What player can do that in the league but him?
I'm not going to say he can average 40 when he wants, as long as he has a Russell Westbrook on his team.
Even if he's
always going to hinder him. You know your boy Russ needs 20 attempts a game, like minimum.
I mean, that's true. I mean, they're 2 MVPs. They got a hoop.
Yeah.
You can't really.
I still think that's the demise of y'all's franchise. That would be the reason why you guys will not win.
Okay. I want you.
Because we have 2 MVPs?
I wanted to talk about MVPs that need the ball. There's a difference.
Well, we both seen they can both play off ball. I hate when people do that, bro. Like,
this is the regular season.
It's not hard for a good player to not shoot the ball 1 possession. It's not that hard.
That is the regular season. I do not care. When they both get in the playoffs, we know what they do, and it will show again whenever we continue.
Okay. All this choking. Harden is choke. We get that. Russ has never choked in the playoffs. He didn't choke. PG choked on him. Melo choked on him. KD choked on him. Those are chokers.
You're right. You are right.
He's not wrong. I can't say that.
You are right.
Okay, but if you're trying to win the game, you're going to shoot a bunch of shots.
I want your very personal, most down-to-earth, unbiased opinion on the just complete train wreck that is the Houston Rockets. Please tell me you weren't expecting them to make the conference finals.
We were gonna play against the Lakers in the conference finals easily. That's simple. Like, come on, man.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry,
we're gonna play against the Lakers in the conference finals.
Okay, so the way that it was set up is that we would have played y'all in the.
You're done with that blasphemy?
Oh, we would have fourth, right?
We would have matched up in the conference semis.
Okay, no, yeah, we dropped the fourth, so never mind. You're right. We still either way we're gonna end up in the conference finals against one of the LA teams. That's all I know.
You're saying they beat the Lakers?
We can definitely beat them.
I didn't say that y'all couldn't, but you're saying that in the best of 7.
I'm definitely saying they can. Like they can't.
I'm telling you. I mean, you have two people to worry about. It's not just you can't double team James, so it's 1-on-1 the whole 7 games. He's having 40. And Russ, you put Avery Bradley on him, he's getting killed. Put Danny Green on him, he's getting killed. Put AD on him, he's getting killed. Put JaVale on him, he's getting killed. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. But
I think they match up a whole lot better than. Now that he says that, I think they match up a whole lot better against the Lakers than they do the what's it called? Because we already know right now that they can double team. They can double team Harden with either Kawhi or PG and Pat Bev, and then the other one's on Russ. It's just a great matchup for the.
Shooters. Everybody can shoot. They can't double anybody.
Yeah, you see what Miles said? 4-1.
Wait, how do I get to the chat? I can't even see the chat.
Live comments, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm tired of talking to Miles, bro. Leave me alone. After what he said, I don't believe anything he says anymore. After what he said, I don't want to talk to him.
No. The Bradley Beal James Harden.
So after that, his credibility is shot. Like he has nothing.
Yeah. All right, but my thing is, take out the guards. Period. Take out the guards. You're still not only is Kawhi or not only is LeBron going to give you 30, right?
I mean, they're cool.
You have nobody to stop the manimals that are Anthony Davis and Montrezl Harrell down low.
I promise you, I'm not worried about Montrezl Harrell. He's nice. I love Trez. He's nice.
I love Trez.
I'm back on him.
No, we did. We didn't know he's going to be that nice, but still. Yeah. But AD's going to get his. Rocco or PJ's gonna have a tough time. We know that. That. But still, 3 is bigger than 2, right? 3 is more than 2.
But y'all would literally have to shoot like 45% on the series or like 40% on the series to win that.
I promise you.
That's not like that's really high.
And nobody's guarding Russ. Russ is gonna have a field day. Put 80 on him, have 40 like he did the other game. They know better than put JaVale on him. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You give him 90.
I just think that when it comes down to it, Russ will, like you said, he'll provide in the playoffs. He'll have your triple-double, 25, 11, 11. I think it comes down to Harden.
Off of straight twos.
This is like round 3 or 4 of Harden. We need to see something about this. We need to see that gone.
True.
And then it comes down to, can you guys defend LeBron and AD? Can you defend LeBron and AD?
Let me tell you why. First, about the choking. So Harden, you said he's choked the past years. He's been by himself. Chris Paul went down. That's not really a choke.
But look at that OKC team now.
You said what?
Look at that OKC team now.
No, he's saying he's saying Chris Paul was hurt, so he literally had nobody.
Okay. Yeah, nobody. You can't blame him. It's not a choke if you didn't have anybody. Before Paul came, when he first started, it was him with Monty Eunice and some other scrubs. They don't count. He had Carlos Delfino on his team in one series. Like, bro, come on.
I don't know. I think it had a little to do with both. Yes, he was by himself, but I remember vividly they were up.
This is first he choked.
Yeah, that too.
I knew we were gonna lose that series. I just knew that.
There was a game against the Warriors at home in Houston where CP had helped them go up by 15 or something like that. Then he got hurt, and then Harden took them out of it by shooting.
Story of the Warriors dynasty. I don't want to hear it.
Often don't bring up the Manu Ginobili block. That doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah, everybody loves that little weak block he had, bro.
That's all over Twitter, bro.
I hate that block. It's okay, bro. You can have
it. Dang right. That right there was y'all's equivalent of Ray Allen hitting a dagger 3 in the corner to force a game 7.
Yeah, but come on. Is Harden making that?
That shot?
Probably. Probably.
I don't know.
I'll put like an 80% chance on that. I really would.
I'm a Harden fan, and I know for a fact he would have missed that shot. I could tell by the way he shot, he's gonna miss it.
Yeah, he was leaning forward.
Yeah, it's just off shot.
When he leans forward and he shoots, I never like it. I don't like it.
It's gonna be off. So I'm kind of glad he blocked it because I would have preferred that than
a lot of people would have.
He got blocked by Gramps.
Okay, stop it.
You know, it was still cold though. It's not like he was just.
It was still cold up until the day.
Lonnie said Russ is gonna fold. Harden's gonna flop. Lonnie, I'll disagree with you on the Russ thing. I think Harden will not flop, but I think he'll shoot them out of it, and then Russ will be the triple double.
No.
Look, people hate Russ. I understand you don't like Russ because he's an asshole and he's better than all your favorite players. That's okay, but let's not be stupid about it. He's not gonna fold.
That's very bold. Actually, I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty sure Lonnie is a Rockets fan. Actually,
we're gonna rewind that statement. Say Russ is better than who?
Everybody's favorite player, bro. He's
Russ is not the best point guard in the NBA. I hope you know that.
He is the. Oh my God! I'm gonna leave. How do I leave this? How do I leave this thing?
I'm about to get hot.
How do I leave?
Where's Steph? Steph is not two.
Best point guard. Guard. Russ is the best point guard in the league.
Don't you sit here and tell me that. Don't sit here and tell me that Steph is a shooting guard.
Shut up about Dame Lillard. He might be like fifth. I don't care about him.
Oh.
I'll agree with that statement. Thank you.
Dame is okay. He hit that shot on PG, who's a choke artist. We know. That's okay.
Look, you got the comments hot, bro. Come on now.
I'm out.
All right, Dante, relax. Dante, I mean, not Dante. Miles, what did we tell you?
Oh, can you kick somebody out the chat? Like, is there a way you can do that? No, he's trying to
we're not gonna go into this. Okay?
Number 6, best point guard.
We're not gonna go into because Russ is not the best point guard in the NBA. He is definitely top.
I'll agree with that. He's not.
Explain to me how he's not, then I'll tell you. But just because he did the wave, I can do that to you, Nick. So
Steph, Dame, Kyrie better than Lonnie. Stop it. Kyrie is the most. Kyrie's the most overrated player in the NBA.
You just said Kyrie.
Steph is better.
In the past 3 years.
Lonnie, no. Wrong. Steph and Dame, yes. Dame is a efficient scorer.
He had one good year.
He's literally done the same. He's done the same stuff every single year. I hope you know that.
Win just as much as Russ. He doesn't put up triple doubles.
Swept first round. Russ never. Ever.
Actually kind of enjoyed
Twice.
Conference finals.
The Pelicans.
Conference finals.
Hey, Mike, there's that high-pitched voice I was telling you about. You need to calm down a little bit.
Look. Russ, he's an inflated player. What does that mean? He forces all of his stats, and I hate it because then that's everybody. I'm taking Kyrie to win me the game over Russ. We're not talking about that.
I mean, I think we can all agree with that.
It's not on the shot, though.
But I think what Lonnie's saying is like,
don't have a shot,
if you're taking a franchise, are you going to start with Kyrie or Russ?
Russ.
Definitely starting with Russ.
Kyrie's going to mess up his
10 out of 10 times.
He's a drama queen. He does too much. And he doesn't
my hot take, unpopular, Kyrie's the most overrated player in the NBA.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Kyrie's cold. He's just going through something in his mind right now. He's not hooping.
I don't know what it is. I think, unpopular opinion number 2, that shot saved his career.
Ooh, nah.
I mean,
you're still balling out.
Not say they lose that series, his career is very bad. You're right.
Yeah.
They lose that series, his career is very, very ugly.
I don't agree with y'all. If he misses a shot, like cool. They lose the series.
What he's done after that, though, is like
I just think that he played too well in the finals for you not to say that his career.
He was hooping.
He was hooping. Like those last 2 games were his games were.
But this is the thing. Like when he was hooping, and then he made the shot. Boom! It peaked, right? He peaked. If he doesn't make that shot, he goes to Boston still, and he does this thing that he did in Boston where he didn't know how to play basketball anymore, and then now he's in where I don't know what's going on with him. Like I don't know whether.
I think Katie will bring him.
Can I take a second, real quick? Can I take a second and just marvel at the fact that this man Miles said that Luka was a point guard? That's all I care about. Luka is a point guard. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah,
but I don't agree with that ranking.
Ethan, we'll get to your comment. Miles,
nigga, Austin right now.
If Luka is a point guard, then what's LeBron? Is LeBron a point guard? Because if Luka's the point guard, I'm putting LeBron as a point guard. But that list is very questionable. Oh my God, that I'm not putting Kyrie at 2. I'm sorry.
Appreciate it, Austin.
That list is very questionable. I'm not putting Kyrie at 2. That is
wait. So is this?
We got 10 minutes, by the way. We got 10 minutes.
Huh?
Is this Miles' list for best point guards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his list. I don't agree with it.
Kick him out.
Banned forever.
Kick him out, bro.
Nah, if he Ethan Peters says if he misses, maybe he doesn't go with all this crazy stuff.
So you think if he misses, Kyrie doesn't go? I think it's even worse.
Even worse. Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah.
I don't know because if he misses, he doesn't got this super huge head that he had.
I don't think next season. That's huge though. Like he knows he's cool. Like everybody knows Kyrie's cool.
I think if he misses, he goes even crazier because now he's got trolls on fucking Twitter, people just attacking his brain, and he has mental problems already. Like he's
man. Miles said that LeBron's a point guard too. Thank you, Miles. This man must have watched the last podcast episode.
He said that it wasn't in order, but LeBron's a point guard. So if LeBron's a point guard, Miles, then he should be in that list.
Bro, Miles is deleted, bro. Stop talking.
No, okay, but look, it's kind of like me in this last episode on the podcast, right? By the way, if y'all don't follow the podcast, it is in the link below. I promise you, it's great. Or well, I'll say like out of the 8, like 6 of them are great. But anyway, no, I definitely agree with Ethan. I definitely think he stays sane. I definitely just don't think he has this super huge head because you just won your team the NBA Finals, like.
Look, I think
head with this big, dude. Like,
he's getting bullied. Like, if he misses that shot, you messed up LeBron's career. Like, you're the reason why LeBron.
Yeah, they're gonna kill him. True.
They're gonna fry him. Like, I'm sorry, but he's going even crazier.
Yeah, because they're gonna be like, bro, you wasted all that time with LeBron.
Yeah. We're trying to get this man Mike on the podcast, but he said he got work and stuff.
Wait, Mike. No, before we get into that, Mike. So, do you consider LeBron and Luka point guards?
I mean, no. If we're actually talking about best point guards, no. Like, I'd rather them play their position. Like, LeBron's a 3. I count him as a 3. Yes, he can play point guard. Yes, he's probably the best passer, whatever. But I count him as a 3.
What is Luka in your opinion?
Luka's low-key like a 3, maybe 2. But look, Luka's like a 3.
See, that's the thing. It's the same thing, and then I actually looked it up. Luka's position is point guard.
They play him at point guard because they're not going to play.
Let's go.
Exactly. That's what I told. That's what I was trying to say.
JJ Barea at point though. That's why he's a point guard.
It's because they have DeLon Wright and Steph Curry as.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not gonna play them at point. That's why he's considered point guard. Actually, like position, he's a 3, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I don't think he should be in it. But that's why I defined it. I said top point guards under 6'5". They're gonna fire LeBron. So Lonnie thinks that if Kyrie misses, they're gonna fire LeBron and not Kyrie.
It always goes back on LeBron at the end of the day.
Fact.
That's a good point. Because LeBron, the blame will always go back to LeBron. But
let's be real, because we just said it. Like Kyrie was hooping those last 2 games. So if they lost, it wouldn't be the fact that Kyrie wasn't playing good because Kyrie literally kept them in the game offensively those last 2 games. Yeah. So I think it definitely would fall on LeBron. I think you're 100% right there.
For sure. Miles said, "How can we call people shooting guard if they average like 8 a game?" Miles, if they're 6'6",
they're listed as a
8 or 6'6".
They're listed as a shooting guard. I'm going to call them a shooting guard.
That's
Miles, bro.
I just think I think he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, so I want us to kick him.
It's just like Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart only averaged 8 points a game. He probably should be labeled as a point guard, but he's a 2. So it's like I'm calling him a 2. You know what I mean?
He's a bum. But
yeah, he's a bum. No, he's a bum bad.
All right, Mike.
He's better than Derek White. I throw that out there. And he's better than Derek White, Lonnie Walker, and the other Brian Ford. Better than all of them combined.
Okay, well, Bryn's trash. Bryn's 100% trash. Lonnie is coming up, so he's not there yet.
And Marcus Smart is buns. But he's better than that. That's a different topic for another day.
This is the only thing I'll say about it, right? Lonnie is on the come up, so he's not there yet.
True.
Right? Bryn is complete trash. I don't even like him. I'll agree with you there. Right. But Derek had averaged like 20 and 7 in the playoffs against the Nuggets when we needed him most. Marcus Smart's never doing that.
I think Derek White's tough. I think Derek White's a better basketball player than Marcus Smart. I think he's a better.
He just doesn't get the burn that he deserves, and it's just like he can still play defense, and he can give you a nice.
Jamal Murray. Okay.
Yeah. Jamal Murray.
I might have 15 against Jamal Murray. not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a very good favorite.
Jamal Murray's trash.
He is. He's another. He's on the top 5 list of overrated players in the
NBA. Such a bold take. Okay, I think he's a solid shooter.
Before we get you off, we want to get your most unpopular opinion of the NBA.
Then we have 5 minutes to talk about.
5 minutes. You do not get to say Russell Westbrook is a top 5 point guard.
You don't get to do anything that involves us, Russ or the Rockets. Period.
Yeah, there you go. It cannot involve.
I don't have one then.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's so hard. Like I said, it took me like freaking. So Nick gave me this topic probably like a couple hours before I got off of work. I got off of work, came home. I was getting prepared for the podcast, and I was like, I don't have one. Like,
Austin,
I couldn't think of one.
Say your 2. Say your first one, and then say the second one to Mike, and then we'll just debate that. Steph Curry, best player.
Oh, Steph Curry was the best player of the 2010s, hands down.
Hey, bro, I'm never come back to this podcast ever again.
All right, so look. So
after that, I'm never coming here.
Steph Curry was a better basketball player than LeBron James from 2010 to now.
Well, it's hands down LeBron, bro. It's hands down LeBron.
And you can say this, but look, let me make it look. And now that we're on live, whatever.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Please, Ethan, fire him up. Lonnie, Jamal Murray is overrated. We're not going to go into that.
All right, look. Here we go. Okay, you ready? Let's come down here. And look,
care about this. Like we talking
about. Like I said, outside. So just look. I put it up there now. These first 3 years were injury prone, right? So he played 80 games, but that was that was a freaking rookie. But anyway, 74 his sophomore year, 26 the following year. Now you start to get into it, right? 23 points, 7 assists. He's coming into form. The Golden State Warriors starting to become who they are, right? 24 points, 8 assists. He's still shooting 50% from the floor as a fifth-year guard, 42% and 45% the year before that from 3, right? Yeah. Then you get into what we call the dynasty.
The playoffs all those years.
Hey, put up LeBron.
Okay, well, I will, but let me just make this point. Let me just make this point. You can sit here and look at this at a per game basis, right? What I'm trying to sit here and say is, this man Steph Curry won a unanimous MVP, the one and only time ever, right, to win a unanimous MVP. He literally carried that Golden State team almost every year. I don't care about KD. This man KD wasn't on the floor half the time that he was even on the team. Like, so who had to step up and make these decisions?
Yeah,
Steph Curry. Who did this at an extravagant level to the point to where nobody could touch him? Literally, this dude put up freaking – hold on, time out. He literally put up – he averaged 44% from 3, like I said.
Wait, Austin, I'm not going to debate you right here. We have a very there's somebody that's suspect in the comments.
Yeah, Ethan gotta go. I ain't gonna count you. You gotta do it.
Okay.
Who
is Ethan? Who is Ethan?
I don't know. Friend is this? I don't know who Ethan is, but
he's not my homie. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's not my homie.
Ethan, bro, you gotta go, bro.
He's not my homie yet. Tweeting that, typing that. He's not my homie.
No, I'm sitting here. Look, and I'm saying that LeBron wouldn't have done what he was doing, in my opinion, if he didn't have 2 all-star superstars. He wouldn't be doing that.
Player KD.
Yeah. That's fact.
He did it without Steph, or he did it without KD. So we already know he could do it.
He only won one without KD.
He doesn't have the last 2 rings without KD. You know that.
Oh, he doesn't. He does too. He does. Oh, Stop. He does. If they did it once, what makes you think that they're not gonna do it again? Like
when KD went to the Warriors, you were the main proponent one saying, "Oh my God, yeah, they need KD to win. They need KD to win."
No, I said that they were the super team and that I hated it, and it's legit the epitome of what a super team is. No. I would never agree to that whenever they literally just came off a 73-9 season, and on top of that, they literally
lost in the finals that year.
All right, cool. They lost in the finals. You're right, but they won. Also, they were 1-1. They were 1-1 without KD.
Do they win those last 2 without KD?
I'm
not gonna say they win both. I'll say they won 1.
Whoa.
So that one,
Mike, I will get. You got to remember that Cleveland team was.
Not good. It wasn't good.
Down and Caleb and Love went down.
And with Iggy playing the way that he was, the MVP Iggy, it's just I think that they win at least one.
He didn't.
Who?
Didn't. Iggy didn't deserve Finals MVP.
No,
he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, definitely have that.
I even like Steph. We could have at least gotten that one.
That's it. And we're, like I said, we're not going to sit here and talk like what's it called? We're not going to sit here and talk as if Steph Curry didn't average 33 in the last finals that he was in. 33 points a game, and he didn't get selected as the MVP for the series. It just blows my mind. But when I'm also sitting here trying to say it's an unpopular opinion, like I said, and I just think that there's a lot of what ifs that come into play, and then that's just what it is.
Say the Ben Simmons one real quick.
Ben Simmons would be, and I kind of took a step back on that.
What's the question?
So what my unpopular opinion was, and even at the end of it, I kind of retracted it. Unpopular opinion was that Ben Simmons with a LeBron S type 3 would be the best player in the NBA.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
See, and I even retracted that statement.
I hate more than Ben Simmons. That guy is garbage.
All right, Mike.
Garbage.
Mike, he is a two-way player. He's a floor general. He just doesn't have a jumper. That is why he is.
That's it. When his defensive assignment is literally sitting in the paint, that's bad. That's very bad.
What's between him and Giannis?
Huh?
What's the difference between him and Giannis?
Exactly. And you told me Giannis is top 5. That's my question. So
I was going to say there's a lot of difference between.
What's the difference between them two and Giannis is top 3 to you, right? How?
Because Giannis can actually shoot the jumper.
Giannis is better than him by being.
He'll give you 1 for 3. I'll take him 1 for 3.
But I'm saying, if Ben Simmons had a jumper, would he be Giannis-esque?
Giannis
is better, in my opinion. Like I said, if you have a LeBron-esque type jumper, if you switch Ben Simmons and Giannis, the Bucks will not fall off as much. That's completely false, I think. And it's just, like I said, Giannis is completely unguardable. With his size and with the fact that he now has a semi-reliable 3-point jumper, he's just unguardable. You can't touch him.
Not reliable, bro. I've seen this guy airball plenty of times. It's not reliable at all.
He's still the number 2 player in the NBA. So
he has a 30% clip. If he gives me 1 for 3, I don't care if he airballs the other 2. He's still giving me 1.
He's still number 2.
You gotta respect it. Is what I'm saying. You got to respect it.
Is Giannis still number 2?
No. We already established that.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we already established that.
If you said yes, I was gonna leave this podcast.
No, never.
KD is definitely number 2 with, normally.
How is he better than Kawhi? Tell me that.
Yeah, there's a reason why the Bucks are number 1 in the East, and they have the best record in the NBA. They have the best record in the NBA.
Ain't nobody half the time. Half the games are nobody.
I understand that, but listen, we talked about it in the comments. You said Kawhi is a robot, right? That's why, because he turns this switch on and off when he wants to dominate. I don't like that. That's not. No. You're not.
LeBron is
always in dog mode.
He's a good player at that.
There's a difference between LeBron.
Giannis doesn't have. He just one guy at the same time every time. He doesn't have a switch. He doesn't get any better.
I love it. I love the fire and love the tenacity. All right. And this is exactly why we need you on the podcast. I want you and KJ on the podcast.
Tell me, who's Ethan, bro? Who is it?
I don't know who this Ethan. I don't know. Ethan, are you my friend? You gotta be Mike's friend.
How did you find this? How did you find the stream? I don't care. You can subscribe, and I will.
But appreciate the support.
I'm not gonna ever. Yeah. If you support, you're supporting, which I love it. You're talking. You're an active chat member, and I love it. Your takes are just questionable.
He's tweaking for sure, though.
But no,
Miles getting booted though.
No, fact.
Miles, you can just unsubscribe. Period. I don't really mind.
He would know, Miles. I think you were doing this just because you wanted some hot takes, bro. That's what I don't think you're that serious.
No, but anyway, going back to it, I would love to have you and KJ, or you and Dre, or anybody, one of y'all 3. 2 of y'all 3. I just need 2 of y'all 3 on the podcast. 1 episode. It's going to be a great episode.
We should go live like every.
Yeah, there you go, Lonnie. Make sure to turn on y'all's post notifications too.
Listen to Mike. We need to go live more often.
Yeah, because this is way better than like.
But you got to sit here and think. We put out 2 episodes a week, and like I said, it's just those are recordings, so we can slot them in. Right? I work every single day of the week.
So we did
this hour to this hour.
We do 1 recording and 1 live.
Yeah, that's better if you can't do both live. Then do at least one.
Think about it. We'll think about it.
So you're putting 2 recordings out and 1 live, 3 pieces of content, and now you want to just go to 1 and 1.
No. There's still 2 a week. One's gonna be one. One's gonna be a live stream.
Off like
but what I'm saying is you can put out 3 and get more viewership, more exposure.
Okay, so 2 live and 1 recording. Why don't you like live?
It's not the fact that I don't like live. It's just the fact that I just think that it's just for time reasons. It's just easier to just re-record. I can do it.
Bro, I hate this.
I think live is better because you can get a community. Like literally, look at what we've got. Like look at this. Like we've got a community.
A bunch of friends. Ethan's the only person we don't know.
Yeah, but it's better than if we tell them, oh hey, listen to this, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna listen to it later because it's an hour and a half. Like
that's why we got this live stream. That's why we got the live stream.
With you. I haven't listened to a full podcast. I've been there for a minute.
But what I'm saying is, but you don't want to oversaturate the market. You want to keep something fresh. You want to make sure people are looking forward to something. Hey, who's a market? Who works in marketing here?
Okay, Allison.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Worked in marketing before all the sports world went to crap.
I'll get this guy straight. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
chances are it's going to stay like
all right,
this.
so Mike, next Wednesday, okay? Next Wednesday, shoot for it.
What time? Because I have work.
All right, well, Monday or Wednesday. Just
I have work all day. I'm really only off on the weekends, no cap. So, like, you do it another Friday, I will.
All right. Look.
Yeah, live stream guest.
Yes, I was about to say, y'all would be perfect guests for the live stream, hands down, without a doubt, and I will take that. I don't know what K's schedule looks like.
Well, he's not doing nothing, bro. That guy's a bum.
Yeah, every time he posts snaps, he playing 2K or
and he make his little concerts and shit. He's something wrong.
He'll be there.
Yeah,
all right. Well, like I said, we would love to have both y'all on. I don't care if we have all 3 of y'all on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We can't bring Ron with them too.
Why not?
That would be interesting.
We can have you two, you and K.
No, it needs to be everybody to argue. I know you don't want him to be all to argue. That's what it needs to be. We all need to argue.
Yeah, I know that, but they're coming between reasonable arguments and then like over the top arguments. He's gonna argue Dame, you're gonna argue Russ.
He's gonna say Dame. That's what I look. You want him on there so he can say Dame. I can shut him up. Cause I know he's exactly.
I'm gonna be on his side saying Dame is better.
Dame is not bad.
And I'll be on his side.
Ain't a lot of me and him have this conversation every day. Like literally every day.
No, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Ronald's grudges.
Get this one shot, okay. He said bye, and he's got. What do you get swept the next one?
I bet you get that GIF in your text messages.
Yeah, he said that
once
every day.
At least once a day.
Favorite. Every day. I promise you. Every single day he said that. I promise you.
That's funny. I don't know. We'll see. We'll look at the
logistics.
I don't like multiple people on a live stream because you have to wait for somebody to shut up and start talking.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. True.
So I might have him and Dre on one separate one, but I don't know.
I mean, I can be on it. He'll just be on it with me, so it'll be 2.
Or that or like y'all comment section. Y'all can just stay in the
comments. Are y'all living together still?
Huh?
Are y'all living together still?
Yeah, are you and Ron living together?
Nah, I don't live with him. He lives like down the street though.
That would be very toxic, Austin.
There'd be at least one hole in the wall by now.
Yeah, it'd be like what was that apartment y'all stayed at?
126, bro. That's the OG.
What was the place called? What was it called?
Islander Village.
Oh yeah. IV.
IV
all over again.
All right, but hey, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up. So. Yeah, Mike, we will catch you later, bro. We're gonna outro this real quick. Yeah, okay. All right. Get out of here.
I ain't no hoes in here. Never mind. No problem.
Give us an outro. Ain't
no hoes in here. Never mind. I don't want nobody.
Yeah, give us an outro, Mike. You can outro us. Give us an outro.
I don't have an outro. Just say, hey, man, stay slimy, stay safe. Do what you do. But follow me on the gram.
Lonzo's the best point guard in the NBA.
And with that, we're out.
And Russ is the best point guard ever.
Leave.